Hey there, Facebook. Hey, hey. What's going on? Let's see who hops on. Hello, hello. All right, so listen, before I head back to the house, I thought I would sit here in downtown beautiful Pensacola. It's gorgeous outside today. And what's going on with my hair? I got curls coming up everywhere. And I wanted to talk to you. I met with one of my friends a few moments ago who owns a business here in town, and we were just kind of like talking about some business things and going over email marketing and all that. And there's just something like on my heart that I want to talk with all of you about today. And it wasn't what I planned on talking about today. I was going to talk about something else, but this whole, I just see what I see is so many women who have amazing gifts, amazing talents, amazing abilities, amazing skills, who are not getting their gifts into the world because for whatever reason they don't feel like they can, or that they're good enough, or that they're qualified enough, or that their products or services, aren't good enough. Like whatever reason, right? They don't feel like they're worthy enough. They don't feel like they can, charge, 20% battery, that they can, charge what they feel like they're worth. They just have this whole idea that what God has given them, the gifts that God has given them, aren't really good enough for the people out in the world. And it breaks my heart, because what I know for sure is that any, the ideas that you have, the desires that you have, the dreams that you have been given to you for a reason, for you to actually bring to life in this world, right? Like that is your responsibility to bring them to life in this world. But what happens is that we get in our way, right? We get in our way. We doubt ourselves. We question ourselves. We wonder if it's really the right thing to do. Hey, Hope, how are you? We wonder if it's the right thing to do. We go back and forth about things. And it just really breaks my heart, because you can look at somebody and you just see the potential. You see their gifts. You see how wonderful they are, with the things that they're doing. But for whatever reason, that person just they can't see it, right? And so today, after my conversation with my friend, it really just hit me. I was like, wow, okay, I'm always asking God, what is it that you want me to do? What is it that how do you want me to help, the women that are, out in this world? What is it you would have me do? And so it was really placed on my heart today that, there are women in the world who have amazing ideas, right? Amazing business ideas, or they have a business already, yet they're not fully allowing that gift to be realized to other people in the world because of whatever preconceived ideas they have about themselves that aren't really true, right? And here's the thing that I want to share with you, and I'm going to walk a little bit in case my battery gets a little bit lower. I can plug it in my car. But here's the thing that I need you to understand is that there's a difference between truth and fact, right? Now, it may be a fact that maybe you don't have the following that you desire to have in your business. Maybe you're not making the money you want to make in your business. Maybe you're not... maybe, some of that can be fact, but the truth of the matter, that doesn't mean that you aren't capable of doing more, being more, having more, right? The truth is you are infinite potential. You can have whatever it is that you desire. The problem is that we get in our way. We get in our way with all of these preconceived conditions and rules and things that we want to place around, well, it has to look like this or it has to look like that. And what we're doing is we're trying to do the work of the universe. We're trying to do the work of God to say, oh, let me put all the details together, right? Let me make sure I have all the pieces together. And that is not your job to do. Your job is to show up every single day, to ask for guidance, to ask, universe, God, creator, whatever you believe in, to ask, hey, what is it you would have me do? What is it you would have me to create today? How is it you would have me to help the people in my life, in my business, right? And then for you to take that action every single day and allow that to lead up to the impact that you're supposed to have on this world, right? But I'm seeing far too many women who are just kind of stuck in the space of, they're stuck in their head, right? They're stuck in their mind. Well, I don't know if I can do that. How do I do that? And so I know, like, more than ever today, that part of my mission is to help women, do exactly what it is that they are created to do in this world. And what that means is, and what that looks like is literally giving you the tools and the resources and showing you how. Okay, I gotta go to my car because my battery's getting low. Literally giving you the tools and the resources to show you how to get it done, because that's where the hang up is, right? You want to change, you want to do the the things in your life that you desire to do. You have dreams, you have desires, you want to see them fulfilled, but then you kind of get hung up on, well, how do I make that happen, right? You know, where do I start? What's the first step to take? And there's so much information out in the world today that you can go Google. Yeah, you can Google anything that you want, right? You can Google how to do this, how to do that, but the information is so scattered that you don't know how to put it in sequence, right? You don't know how to put it together to actually take you on the steps and the journey that you need to get you where you want to go, right? And that is what I know that I've been gifted with, is to kind of help you with that process, to help you see the ways in which you're holding your own self back, to help you tune into the emotional blocks, the mental blocks, all that good stuff that is keeping you stagnant. All right, I got to walk across the street. Hold on. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. I don't want to be looking at my phone and a car be coming. All right. So it comes down to us getting out of our way. And a lot of the times we don't even know that we're in our way, right? Let me know if y'all can still hear me and see me. Okay. All right. Whew, it's hot. All right, hold on. Okay, I really hope it's charging. All right, so there's a lot of things that we don't even realize that we're holding ourselves back from, right? We don't even realize that these beliefs that we have, or the things that we're telling ourselves, they're just lies, right? They are lies. And yeah, they're there to try to protect us and keep us, you know, safe. But at what point, how much of our life, I guess, are we going to allow to be not lived because we choose to believe the ideas that we're telling ourselves? And, you know, it's time to tell a new story. It's time to, you know, look at things differently. It's time to see things differently. Yes, Hope, it is so beautiful here. It's like 78 degrees and it's beautiful outside. I want to go to the beach, so that may happen today. But there's so many women, and you may be one of them, that are watching right now, who has amazing ideas and dreams and desires, and they're meant for you to actually fulfill. They're meant for you to fulfill. Music is playing. But you can't do that if you're stuck in your head. You can't do that if you're always worrying about, you know, what about this and what about that? That's not your job to do that. And it just broke my heart as I was sitting here listening to her talk, and she showed me this woman's like beautiful product that she makes, this jewelry that this woman makes, right? It's absolutely beautiful. But nobody is realizing this beautiful gift that she has because she's worried about, she doesn't feel worthy enough. She doesn't feel like she deserves it. She doesn't feel like that what she's doing means something, right? And it's time for that message to be changed. It's time for, you know, for us women to understand that we are worthy. You're worthy because you're freaking breathing, right? You are worthy because you're here on this earth. It's time for women to realize that they do deserve to have their dreams, their desires. It's time for women to stop settling for things that they don't really want or care for in their life, right? I was telling one of my clients this yesterday. You know, she was saying to me, well, Kendra, I just feel a little different. You know, a lot of the people that I hang around with, you know, they're concerned about, you know, the world events, politics, all this good stuff. And she's like, I'm really just focused on personal development and really growing myself. And what I said to her is, I said, listen, I said, don't compromise what you desire in your life, what lights you up, because you're trying to fit into this mold of the people around you. Don't do that. You're fine just the way you are, just the way you are. And if you feel like you're not normal, then that's fine too, because maybe you aren't normal, right? Maybe you aren't that woman who's like, you know, consumed with, you know, all of the reality TV and the celebrities and the politics and all this stuff. Maybe you're not that person. Maybe you are the woman who's meant to be, you know, radically creative and to get your gift in the world and to grow yourself and to, you know, be the best version that you can be. Maybe that is you. And it's okay for that to be, for you to be that. And that's the kind of woman that I really love working with and talking to, because she knows, and you know, that you're meant for more, that there's something for you to do here, that you know, you're purpose driven. You want to be fulfilled. Like, you want to have some meaning in your life, right? Those are the women that I know that I'm meant to work with, because that's me, because that's who I am as well. And I know what it's like to be stuck in your head, to be, you know, questioning yourself and wondering if you're doing the right thing, questioning and wondering if, you know, if you're good enough, if what you want to create is good enough, if people are going to buy what you create. I totally get that. But it wasn't until I did the work on myself to increase my confidence, to increase my self-worth, to understand that I deserve to have my desires, that I actually was then able to go out there and do what I'm doing now, right? And so I know that part of my goal and mission is to help women realize their gifts and to show them how to structure their business and essentially get their gifts out into the world. But we've got to get out of our way. We've got to start thinking a new way, right? When those thoughts come up that tell you you're not good enough, when those thoughts come up that tell you you're crazy, or that you're just this, or you're just that, or, oh, I just don't know, or maybe you feel nervous. When those things come up, we've got to get in the habit of literally shifting that thought, right? Shifting that thought to a new way of being, to a new way of thinking, shifting it into who it is that you desire to be. And so one of the things that you can do is look at where you want to be. Look at where you want to be 5 or 10 years from now, right? Who is that woman? What does she enjoy doing? What is she doing? Who is she serving? Whose life is she impacting? What lives is she impacting, right? And I want you to look at her and then look at what characteristics she has. And that gives you your answer right there of the characteristics you need to embody. That shows you right there how you need to be showing up, not just in your life, but also in your business. That is the woman that you need to go ahead and embody today, right? See, so many times we want to make decisions, we want to take the action or do the things based on where we are right now. And that's not how you get to where you want to be. You've got to start looking at where you desire to be 5, I don't know, maybe even 3 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. You've got to start looking at that version of yourself and taking action and making decisions today based on where you want to be in the next 3 to 5 years, right? But a lot of times we have it backwards, where we're making decisions and we're taking action based on where we are today. And where you're at today may be a place of being a little nervous or being scared or you know, not fully trusting the process, or maybe not fully believing in yourself. Maybe that's where you are today. Okay? So if that's where you are today, the decisions you make from this space are not going to carry you to that woman who's confident, who's powerful, who knows she's worthy, who knows she deserves things, who is putting her gifts in the world. That's not going to get you to that place if you're making decisions from the place where you are now, where maybe you don't feel that way, right? So we've got to constantly be looking forward and then taking action in the present moment based on where we want to go. Does that make sense? And getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. That was something that's been resonating with me a whole lot lately, even for myself, is, okay, Kendra, it's time for you to get uncomfortable again. It's time for you to step out of your box, do something a little bit different, show up in a different way. Maybe, you know, create content or courses or whatever that are different from what you normally do, but to follow my desires in my heart, right? And it's time for me to kind of get out of the comfort zone, because what happens is, when you get out of your comfort zone, you kind of feel a little wobbly, you feel a little off, it doesn't feel good, it feels uncomfortable. You've got this whole like learning curve thing going on. But the more you stay in that uncomfortable space, it eventually becomes comfortable, right? It becomes your new normal. And then it's time to move further outside of that, right? So get comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's okay to go through the process of transforming, of, you know, learning how to believe in yourself, of, you know, learning how to tell yourself a new story. It's going to feel uncomfortable at first. It's not going to look pretty at first. It's going to be a little bit messy at first, right? I don't think my phone is charging. But in order to get to the other side, you've got to go through those things. Right? You have to go through those things. So I'm gonna have to get off here because my phone is about to die. But thank you, Hope. Yes, so Hope says yes, it makes sense. So just a little bit of my thoughts that were coming to me today that I wanted to share with you. But listen, here's what I also want to share with you. If you are at that place where you're like, oh, what is it that's holding me back? Why am I not making the progress I want to make? What is it that I need to be doing differently? I want you to book a session with me. I am doing 1 hour, I'm doing 1 hour laser coaching sessions over the next like 5 days now for like $97, you guys. Normally a 1 hour session with me is $197 and up, right? But I'm doing this just because it was an idea that came to me a few days ago, and I thought, ooh, that sounds like something fun to do. And so that's what I'm offering to you over the next, until I think the last day will be the 28th. And I'm only doing this for, limited space, right? Because I don't want to leave some space on my calendar, but I'm doing this for a limited number of people, $97, you and I on the phone, over an hour, where I can help you shift and become aware of, number one, become aware of the things you need to shift, and then share with you action steps that you need to take, that you can take to get you to the place that you want to be, right? So I'll leave that link for you in the comments when this is over, and you can schedule your session. You'll book your payment of $97, and then I send you a link that will say, hey, here's how you can get on my schedule, and then you choose a time that's good for you. We hop on the phone, we get you clear, we get you moving forward, we get you aware of what it is that is holding you back. Maybe it's the language that you're speaking, because your words are powerful, your words are sharp, your words and your thoughts create your reality, right? And sometimes because you've been speaking them and saying them for so long, you're unconscious of what you're even saying, okay? But I want to help you. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, just click on the link and we can go from there, okay? But I'm going to get off here because my phone's going to die in a minute, and I don't want to lose you guys. But thank you so much for watching. Hope, thank you for being here. I love it when I see you here on my live streams. I hope you are doing well today. If you love what we talked about here, share this live stream, leave your comments below, and just let me know what you think, okay? So be blessed. Thank you. I'm so glad you love my thoughts. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Be blessed, and I'll talk to you again soon, okay? Bye.